Do you know what today is?
Beyond October 10th, I do not.
It is Indigenous Peoples Day. Did you know that?
I didn't. Hey, I learned something new every hour I spend with you, Kevin.
So it's also known as Columbus Day. It's supposed to be a federal holiday. I don't know why I'm working, but today is Indigenous Peoples Day. And this is when we honor the sovereignty, resilience, and immense contributions that Native Americans have made to the world. And we recommit as individuals and as a nation to upholding our solemn trust and treaty responsibilities to tribal nations that strengthen our nation-to-nation ties. I mean, there are multiple tribal nations that exist, and it's really important to recognize this day and the culture of Indigenous people.
Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree. Helena says she did know that, Kevin. Indigenous Peoples Day. So, but I'm so glad you mentioned that because we should absolutely honor and lift up their contributions. We wouldn't be here in so many different ways without having working together. So I really appreciate you mentioning that on the front end, and we'll look for some practical ways of celebrating this special day.
Great.
All right. So before we get into the news, some of the news of the day, I'm just going to say hello to a few folks. Jonathan is back with us from Louisiana. Good morning to you. Hope you had a great weekend, Jonathan, and look forward to your perspective here today. T-Squared is going back and talking weather, Kevin. He says it's called the fall slap, Kevin.
When you're driving, you sort of get,
smacked in the face.
Smack in the face.
And he also says Baltimore has trick weather all the time. Love that. Thank you for holding down the fort for us over at YouTube T-Squared. Catherine, happy Buzz Day. It's also Buzz Day here today. So great to have you, Catherine. Appreciate what you and Chantel and Amanda do back behind the scenes. Hey, Jason Hopkins is back with us. So Kevin, last week we found out from Jason that he moved back to Alabama from DC. He's a big Tide fan, which we already knew, the Alabama Crimson Tide. But Kevin, he brought in a new addition to the family.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
And Jason, I cannot remember your newborn's name, so refresh our memory there. Joey, hey, good morning to you. Joey hails from Minnesota, I believe, Kevin. Speaking of, I was about to say, our heads and minds go to the same spot. I bet it is cold up in Minnesota, Joey, but great to have you here today. And then finally, before we dive into the news today, hey, Jenny Potsloff is here with us today. Good morning from Madison, she says. Finally able to join live since my standing meeting moved today. That's good. And my Badgers won this weekend. So she's a big, of course, Wisconsin fan, Kevin.
Well, it gets cold in Wisconsin too. But what's more important is that the buzz has higher priority than that standing meeting. I like that.
So that's a great point, Kevin. And Jenny, great to have you. I look forward to another big week and appreciate all the work you do for industry and beyond. And then finally, Naveed. Hey, good evening to you. Naveed hails from Pakistan. He's tuned in with us via LinkedIn. Great to have you, Naveed.